Hey guys, sorry for me wearing sunglasses today, but I thought it's a nice view and the sun's shining right in my face and I want to be able to look into the camera more or less with this phone that I'm using to record this. Anyway, in today's video I just wanted to share with you some thoughts of how I'm planning to get out of my situation that I have right now, and maybe that is something that will also help you. So decision making is one of the most important parts of that process. It is very hard to take a decision. As I also said in one of my shorts, you know, it's not easy to be aimless and anxious at the same time. And those two things go hand in hand. Why is a 47-year-old guy like myself anxious? I tell you why. Because there are too many possibilities, fortunately, that I can take. Look, if you're, and I'm not saying that in a negative way, because I've been poor in my life. I guess some of you guys have been poor. And when we talk about poor, we're talking about Western culture poor, not you know, when you go to India, which I do very often, when you are literally at the edge in our eyes, okay? Once again, in our view, poor. That's not what I mean. But I have been a refugee, living in refugee camps before, for years. I think 2 years that was. And when you are in a refugee camp, and I remember very correctly back in the days, the only hope that my parents and us had was just to have a German passport. Why? Because then you could go work and you're legal. And the same thing if some of you guys are refugees or come from a immigrant background, you might understand what I'm talking about here. So then there's only one goal, right? Or one main goal that you have, that you want to achieve. But then when you are in our position, when you are in my position, and you have so many choices because you literally live in paradise and you are blind to see it, is the anxiety that comes behind it. Oh, if I do this, then my wife might get you know, pissed off. If I do this, my wife will be very happy, but then I cannot do what I want to do. You know, so there is a lot of choices and decisions to be taken by a person in our lives these days. You know, some people want to leave, and this will affect their children. Some people want to stay. This also affects their children. Like when you're a drinker and you know that you're a drinker and you just want to run away, and you're a good person, okay? I'm not saying, look, people don't drink because they're bad persons, okay? People drink because they're lost, right? And if you want to leave your children and everything because you just want to clean up with your head, but you're drinking secretly and stuff like that, I know people like that, you know, then you can't leave because you have children, right? And you have to go to work to pay for the school, so you cannot leave out of compassion. Other people cannot change their life or leave because they are bound by the system. And I'm not going to go through the system. You guys know what a system is, you know, house loans and I don't know what. So decision making is very hard, right? It is a essential part of our being, especially nowadays. Once again, very short, if we would be living a couple of 100 years or maybe 1,000 years ago, human beings had the same bodies, we would have completely different problems. We would not even think about the crap that we are thinking right now. I wouldn't be thinking if I should move my ass to my house in Spain or stay. You know, it's just sometimes when I think about it, it is very. I feel very much ashamed, and I'm not just saying this. It's really very hard for me to understand what a stupid person I am sometimes. I'm really stupid. You know, I have all these things, all these possibilities of which other people are dreaming of, and I'm not even wealthy or something like this. You have the same possibilities. But then I think to myself, am I unthankful or am I just stupid? And I'm stupid. It's not, I'm not I always say grace, I always pray, I'm always thankful. So I'm stupid, right? And I am, because I cannot make a decision. I decided to change this. I have decided to go on with this YouTube channel. It's 87 of you probably watching this video. I have 87 subscribers, which is mind-blowing. I wished I would have scripted that so I could read something on teleprompter. I don't even know how the app is, so this is all me just speaking like always. But it is mind-blowing to me that there's 87 people on this planet subscribing to my channel, and this is one of the no this is the happiest and the most rewarding thing I have done in the last, it's 2026 almost, in the last 6 years. Look, I helped disabled people. I'm trying to go with them on vacation, and I did, and it's beautiful. Okay, but I know a lot of people say, oh, you go there, it's so rewarding. I never had the thought that these people are thankful towards me. The exact opposite is the case. I was very thankful to be with these people. You see, my name is Human, or Human, right? And I don't know, it's a human, Human. It's very, very easy, right? People have problems spelling my name. They don't get it. I had 2 autistic and severely disabled people which were able to communicate though very well, of which I said my name to them and they kept it. So it was very, very much appreciated by my person to be able to be in the presence of those people. And again, I'm not saying this so I sound nice or something. I hate that. Anyway, so the problem is that this YouTube channel fulfills all the things I always wanted to do. I get to do this thumbnails. I studied design for a very short time in my life, and I still, well, I don't regret it, but it's very, very sad that I did not pick up on it and went on with it, because I went into money, and then I messed it all up. But I always wanted to do something creative. That's one thing. The second thing is I get to work by myself. I love to be in a team, but I really enjoy myself when I have time for myself to think about things. And you know, some of you are the same. Some of us are always inside. That's not a bad thing. Some people are outside all the time. Of course, I have a YouTube channel and I have to be outwarded, or whatever you say to it, so I can share with you. But I'm always here, so I'm always thinking about what could I do next, what I should do. And this channel gives me the opportunity to talk to you and to share this with you. So this is the most rewarding thing that I have done the last 6 years, as I said. Although there is nothing coming back, right? And it's very, very hard, let me tell you that, because if you have a channel like this, when you talk about man's problem, some of you do comments, and I love you for that, and it's very, very cool. But who will do that? Like, do you think the guy, a guy like me, you know, who was driving a Porsche and he's driving around and he's a cool guy, he works out, do you think he will comment, yeah man, I have the same problems? It's very hard to admit. So this channel is very, very challenging. I'm not posting funny stuff here. I'm not talking about how you can get rich, because if you have depression and you're in a midlife crisis, you cannot get rich. It's very easy, you know, to understand. I'm not doing all these. I'm talking about real stuff, you know, and of course nobody will comment. And why would you subscribe? Maybe your friend, your wife says, hey, why you're subscribing to this guy, but he's only talking about midlife crisis. Are you having a midlife crisis? And then you're in a discussion with your loved ones, your friends. So this is a very hard subject that I'm working on here, that we are working on here, but only like a few people who admit that they have these situations, which is absolutely natural. It's like all the leaves that are on the ground here, it's natural, and this is also natural. So, but I try not to give up, and I will take this channel with me back home. And I have decided to go to my little house that I have in the middle of nowhere in northern Spain, and I will show you everything that I have. We will be going together. We will buy chickens. We will build, because I do a lot of stuff myself, and it will not become a building channel, don't worry about it. We will build like a chicken house. I will buy or maybe even get, because a lot of people have them, 2 or 3 sheeps, little lambs, because I have a lot of space so they can run around over there. So I'm gonna take you guys with me, and I'm gonna go on with this YouTube channel. I will quit searching for a job. I will not look for a 9-to-5, because I never had a 9-to-5 and I cannot work like that. And if you are the same, then start a freaking YouTube channel, or I don't know, buy chewing gum and sell it. I have no idea. But if you don't want to work into a 9-to-5, just don't, okay? And I do excuse myself if you're first time watching this. I'm not saying this, you know, out of idiocracy or selflessness or stupidity. I know a lot of people need to have 9-to-5 jobs to pay for their bills, and I highly respect that. So that's not what I'm saying. This is gonna happen. I'm gonna be here in Asia until the 15th of January, and so God will, so Buddha will, and I will survive. Because you know, you never know. I will take you to Spain, and then we're gonna do some really, really funny stuff. Okay? I wish you all the best. Take good care of yourself, and see you in the next one. And do subscribe.